Greetings, brothers and sisters. So I got a lot of stuff to get to. Let's start off here with Bob Saget, some leftover stuff from Bob Saget. And I'll explain how this came about, just in the flow of things. But if you search Bob Saget, let's get started here, you'll see that it's just a celebration of the guy from Hollywood and mostly liberal media, some conservative media as well. But from all these people that are prone to cancel people for inappropriate behavior. And we had the whole Me Too thing that happened. And somehow Bob Saget's name never came up, right? Like this guy, if anybody should have been Me Too'd, it's this guy. And the hypocrisy here is off the charts, right?
The hypocrisy is off the charts, and it is sickening.
That this guy who was inappropriate on set, was, weird and sexual with the kids, his other cast members, and then just said a lot of inappropriate things that would all be, reasons for getting canceled nowadays, right? He got away with all this stuff, and now he's being celebrated like some sort of a hero. And here they say that authorities suspect a heart attack or stroke caused his death. So we'll see how that is. I wonder if there's any other factors, health-related factors, that came into play. A lot of heart attacks these days, right? And so the reason I'm making this video, let's go back to the main point, is because YouTube recommended Andrea Barber shares her journey from Prune commercials to Full House to her role on Nickelodeon. Andrea Barber, or Barbar, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, I would think it's Barber, played the role of Kimmy Gibbler. And since I've been doing these videos, the other two Bob Saget videos, YouTube now thinks I want to watch more. Algorithms, that's awesome. And so this thing came up. And so when I saw her name and I realized this was Kimmy Gibbler, I had a memory of something that I didn't mention in my other video. So Bob Saget was in a HBO special entitled That Ain't Right. And he played this song called Danny Tanner, the character he played on Full House, is not gay.
eBay, I've heard some of you say, but Danny Tanner was not gay.
And so this is to the Backstreet Boys That Way. And it's filled with stuff that would be considered homophobic by today's standards, right? This would be another way that he would get canceled. But then he did something that was, really creepy.
Crisco, tell me why I never slept with Dave Coulier, but Kimmy Gibbler got it this way. No, that ain't right. It was more like, I don't remember. I was all on Comtrex.
So he referenced the child star, this girl, Andrea Barber, right? Who he's making a joke about, Kimmy Gibbler, the character, which is his daughter's, Danny Tanner's daughter's friend, who was, a girl and then a pre-adolescent when this show was on. And so he made a reference to a sexual act with a minor, right? And this is the kind of creepy stuff that he was always doing. And that would be considered, at the very least, sexual harassment. He could have easily been Me Too'd for this, but the girl, remained friends with him and showed up on his podcast.
Andrea, hi.
Hi, Bob. How are you?
So that's Kimmy Gibbler, and, what he said was completely inappropriate. She could have Me Too'd him, didn't. Maybe because he's just such a sweet guy. Maybe because he's, connected in some way, like all these people are saying in the comment section, that everyone's scared of him. He was, some deviant, I don't know. Anybody can guess why that is, right? But the hypocrisy here is off the charts, because this is liberal Hollywood, liberal media, and here's a guy who was really inappropriate, misogynistic, just like Jimmy Kimmel used to be on his Man Show, made a lot of inappropriate jokes. That song was filled with homophobic remarks. I mean, all these things that would get you canceled today. by these very same people who are celebrating him, right? And so I just wanted to point out the hypocrisy. You know, there's hypocrisy in the right. Certainly, there's hypocrisy in the truth community. There's a lot of disinformation all over the place and liars. But the left has a lot more power now because the left runs social media, and social media is the big power. Of course, they run the mainstream media as well. And it's not the real left. It is this, neoliberalism. It's not real liberal. It's something else, right? And it's about blame and hate and, weakness and being broken and, canceling anybody who doesn't agree with you and being in your beliefs and making the facts fit your feelings. And they have the power to back it up. And this is, here's this guy, right, who had a very depraved life and now is being celebrated by these very same people who have, if this was like, a right-wing person or, someone like Louis C.K., he certainly would be canceled. I mean, many people got canceled for much less than just what we know about Bob Saget. And I'm sure behind closed doors, there's even more disturbing material.
I'm good. I've been traveling. I'm doing stand-up again everywhere.
Oh, good. I hope you come to my hometown. Don't say it on the air here.
I won't, but I will be there. And I won't make you curse at me in the audience like you always do as we set up.
Oh, right. Well,
Yeah, you're going to sing that song, right? You're going to sing that song about what you did to Kimmy Gibbler?
Crisco, tell me why I never slept with Dave Coulier, but Kimmy Gibbler got it this way. No, that ain't right. It was more like, I don't remember. I was all on Comtrex.
Bob Saget, ladies and gentlemen. So then one of my viewers sent me this. David Grohl is possessed by demons in Foo Fighters Studio 666 trailer.
Foo Fighters, you gotta get me a record.
That guy just got canceled he was on some kind of a show, right? And everybody said he was a horrible person to work with. I don't know if he got canceled, but I read something about this guy, right? Just you go figure, he's hard to work with. He's not a nice person.
This is amazing.
Do you guys get this overwhelming sense of death?
It's weird. Like, why? This is not a well-made movie.
Doesn't really seem like the right fit. Whoa, it's rad. That was weird. The sound of this house is the sound of album 10.
They're in some gateway to hell, and look at he's celebrating it.
How you feeling? Everything okay?
Ever since we moved into this house, my mind is flooded.
This is really poorly made. I mean, we see where they're going with this.
Creepy rock and roll house. It allows spiritual entities to cross into our world.
Do we really need another one of these movies?
Dude,
All right, that's enough of this. It's here we'll see the end of it.
You did.
Studio 666. It's not even original. I was in the editing process of this video, and one of my Instagram friends sent me this. Mom names baby Lucifer catches hell online. And this woman's from Devon, England. And she decided to name her son after what many people consider the most evil being in the universe, especially in her country. And this is the kid. Cute kid. Seems pretty happy there. There's mom. She's got something going on with her chompers there. And, mother of the year. And good luck, kid. Right? Aside from your name, I think there are more problems awaiting you. Some Instagram filter here. Sometimes it's just the luck of the draw. I want to go to Britney Spears. She's posted a lot of inappropriate stuff. She's wearing a thong with a rose. She's got a lot of weird rose stuff. I'm not going to show you any of that. Some of my viewers have sent me links to that. But then I noticed this. You have this eye and this creepy doll with the big head, and the rabbit that goes down the rabbit hole, and the yin and yang sign, and frickin' Abraham Lincoln, and creepy baby with a ham, and this sort of Freemasonic floor, multicolored Freemasonic floor. And this looks like a desperate cry for help, right? Now her sister is running out of money because she just wrote a tell-all book slamming her family. It all looks like kind of a setup. And she starts talking about her relationship with her older sister, Britney.
And says as the years passed, she noticed Britney's behavior begin to change.
Words that you've used in the book to describe her behavior over your lifetime was erratic, paranoid,
spiraling.
How do you see your sister's state of mind currently?
I can't really speak to anyone else's state of mind. I don't think that's
She can't speak to state of mind.
fair, but I'm allowed to say how I felt in those because that matters. It matters that I was in pain.
In 2008, Britney was put into a heavily scrutinized conservatorship.
Free Britney.
Last June, before it was dissolved, Britney testified in court calling it abusive, saying, "I would honestly like to sue my family. And my family has lived off my conservatorship for 13 years.
What was your reaction when the conservatorship was dissolved?
I was happy. First off, I don't understand. When it was put into place, I was 17-year-old. I was about to have a baby, so I didn't understand.
She didn't understand. She wasn't, leave her alone, Free Britney people.
What was happening, nor was I focused on that. I was focused on the fact that I was a 17-year-old about to have a baby. I understand just as little about it then as I do now.
You talked in the book about the role that you were asked to play in...
Okay, I just can't do any more of this. It's just too fake, and who cares? Bob Saget is dead, you guys. Plus, here's Britney. She's got a typewriter and a rose. Shall I start from the beginning? I don't think anybody would really enjoy your book. Seashells on the beach and stars in the sky. Simple pleasures at Kourtney Kardashian. And then there's this. She looks fine. She's doing great. Staring at the camera. Doing that. Look, she's doing that. Look at. If she was paranoid and crazy, would she be doing something like this? Come on, Jamie Lynn. She's doing swell. Sometimes at the end of the day, I've made, I completed a Journey series video. I made a video for my other channel. And now this one, and I'm just F it, right? I mean, it's just such a bummer. I didn't get as much sleep. I woke up early today. I slept well, but I woke up at 5, which I talk about. The Journey series, so I'm a little bit tired. And, just F it. Who cares? It's over, right? We're the apocalypse. It's over. It just keeps getting weirder and stupider by the day. And only spirituality will save this world. Kimmy Gibbler. It's Paul Romano, definitely reporting from the apocalypse and the ascension. Everyone have a blessed day and be grateful.